the night, bump in the night. Did you hear a bump in the night? Bump in the night, bump in the night. Bump in the night, bump in the night. Did you hear a bump in the night? Bump in the night, bump in the night.
Bump in the Night Society presents Exploring Your Society. I'm your host, Sean Bowman. I have my guest host here.
I'm Phil.
And our guest tonight is none other than Justin Mcauliffe. Say what's up, Justin.
How's it going, everyone?
I know this dude by so many fucking names. Justin Smith, Justin Wagner, Psychotic X.
I like Psychotic X.
Did I miss any of them?
I mean,
that asshole.
Hey, I earned that title, okay?
Oh, man. Take it with pride, man. Take it with pride, brother.
Well, I know what you do, but why don't you tell everybody what you do?
So, I'm a licensed barber, and I now own 2 barbershops in 2 different neighborhoods of the Pittsburgh area. Barber entrepreneur is my favorite title because I believe that I'm in a few different industries as far as just trying to touch base, but right now I'm mainly barbering.
I didn't know you owned 2. What's the other one? I know you own Sewickley.
Well, it's getting ready to have its grand opening.
Okay.
So we have the Sewickley Barbershop in Sewickley, and we just got officially the state board came in and inspected our new shop. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be the first of our franchisable branded shops called Mr. Dapper Barber Co.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you. Yeah, that one's going to be in Westview.
Dude, I fucking need a haircut. Look, my hair is fucking banging right now.
Well, that's why you only come see me once every 6 months.
Well, you fucking made house calls on me, too. Like, during COVID, you came and cut my fucking hair.
Before I owned my own shop.
Yeah.
I shave my head in the shower, so I think I'm actually not a part of the cool kids group.
That all depends, man. Have you ever had a straight razor done?
I have not. You do that?
The head, the face, all of it, yeah.
Oh, I want to try that out. Yeah.
We'll link up after this, and I'll give you the info.
Oh yeah, man. I always wanted to try the straight razor, and it's always freaked me out, but it's always so fascinating, you know.
It's definitely different doing it on yourself compared to have someone else just do it because they're looking at it over you doing it and not being able to see what you're doing.
Exactly.
You do dye jobs because I'm getting a little bit gray here.
Actually, we do.
Oh, nice.
so as a barber, we know how to do dye and all that. But as we also we now have a cosmetologist on staff.
Oh, okay.
That she's crossing over into barbering. We're gonna apprentice her.
Okay.
But she's skilled in all that. She's been a cosmo for 17 years.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah, that's what my wife went to school for originally, was cosmetology, but she ended up being the beauty school dropout. So
I think that's the only school I didn't drop out of.
How long does it take for barber school?
9 months to a year. It's 1,250 hours.
Okay.
Which is crazy because to be a cop, you only need like 600 or 800 hours of police academy, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But with them, you're there 24 hours a day for like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Barber school, it's like a 9 to 5. You go there, you go into school for 8 hours, 5 days a week, or whatever the particular school has. And yeah, after 9 months,
that's crazy.
I'm glad you found something you like, man. Because I know me and you, we've been down that same road. We've always been like struggling, looking for shit that we actually wanted to fucking do, and that's good that you found something, man.
Yeah, it's crazy because like in most of my life, I've talked about different businesses I wanted to start. And then there was always a reason I couldn't start it or I didn't start it and moved on to the next thing. And this was something, everything's been falling into place and it's been going so well. I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunities that have came. Yeah. And like there's a major, there's something major that we're going to be announcing December 9th or 10th.
Okay.
That's when we could officially announce it. So I'll keep you all in suspense a little bit, but it's one of the biggest accomplishments of my career as a barber, as well as being a shop owner, as well as my partner in the shop. Yeah. So
that's awesome, man. How did you get involved with it? Like, what made you want to become a barber?
My business partner.
Oh, really?
Honestly, I had before. So he wanted to go to barber school. He wanted someone to go with, someone that can keep him accountable. You know what I mean? Keep him on track.
Right.
And me, I had no thoughts of ever doing that. But it's like, well, you ain't doing nothing else. Why don't you just try it? So I'm like, you know what? Worst case scenario, I got more student loan debt. Is what it is.
Yeah.
But from day one, I loved it, and it turns out I'm decent at it. So
That's good, man.
it
That's
works
awesome.
out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So is it mostly like
come together.
hands on, or you got to do like bookwork and shit too, or how's that work?
So I can't speak for other schools, but for the barber school of Pittsburgh, there's 3 phases. Phase 1 is all bookwork, theory, mannequin work. Phase 2, you're on the clinic floor cutting people all day. And phase 3 is a mixture between the two, getting you ready for your finals and getting you ready to take the state board test and all that.
That's awesome, man. See, I would be that paranoid guy that's too afraid to, like, screw someone's hair up. Be like, oh, fuck.
So that my first week, let's go my first day on the clinic floor. I was literally shaking, nervous as shit. And like my instructor told me, he's like, close your eyes, take a breath, and go. And he flat out said, like, if you're gonna screw somebody up, do it here.
Right.
Don't wait till you get out in the field and screw somebody up, because then you're gonna lose business.
Exactly.
But I could officially say I have never I gave someone like a seriously screwed up haircut. Like, you know what I mean? You learn over time, especially in school, but like I've never like jacked somebody up. So
thank God.
That's an accomplishment. Every so often, you're working with a very sharp razor. You cut people. It happens. That's life.
Right.
But other than that, nothing. One time I gashed somebody. It was bad though.
Oh shit!
It was his fault, and everyone else around said it. Even he said it.
Yeah.
It was in barber school, which was a good thing. But no, this dude, he came in for head shave, face shave. He works like long days, so he's tired. He falls asleep in the chair, no problem. As long as you move your head when I need you to, you're fine. He scared himself in his sleep and he jumped.
Oh no!
As I was doing, it was the last stroke of the head shave, and just a big. It took me like 15 minutes to get the blood to stop. Like, it was horrible.
You had a straight razor, or what was it?
Yeah, it was a straight razor on his head. Yeah, he jumped as I was going in with the stroke, and like, I mean, you're holding the head, you're stretching, but if you're not expecting someone to jump when you have a razor to the dome.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, he didn't get mad or nothing. But, like, dude, that was completely your fault. Like, the customer was always right now. Like there was nothing I could do about that.
Reminds me of Child's Play too, wasn't it? The second one where he cuts the dude with the straight.
Oh God. And that's the thing too, because like in some
just call me Sweeney Todd, you know what I mean?
I like it. That's crazy, man.
So, I mean, I know how we met. Why don't you tell people how we met?
Music, man. So, yeah, me and Sean used to both play music. I was a solo act. He was in a group, PGH, and I think we did a show together. And
Probably.
We did, we just kind of clicked, and it's rest has been history, man. Super tight for what? Probably 13, 14 years?
Probably something
I'm close to that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which is funny because that's the exact same way I met my business partner. Like, we did a show together, we clicked, and once again, tight ever since.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, man. Because two of my best friends, if I never would have made music, I never would have met either of y'all. I guess that's crazy.
That's amazing. I had the pleasure of listening to some of Sean's stuff. I'm like, damn, this is good. All right.
Yeah, you'd have been afraid of mine. Mine was a lot darker.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to, me, you, and Crack were supposed to do like a dark album, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did like a song or two, I think. I don't even know if we ever released it though, but
no, the songs that we did as like the new idea of the group, we never put out. But like we did a crap ton of songs like collab.
Dude, the microphone I'm using right now is the same mic that we recorded on.
You still have that?
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Got my money's
Some
worth.
of the best advice. That's awesome, man. Oh.
Yeah, another person though that we probably met through was actually Ron Mystery, which Phil knows him because did you know they're releasing like another Carver House movie?
Yeah, so
I was the paranormal consultant for the movie.
That stuff was that the original movie. was
You were the
such a
original
joke.
killer, weren't you?
No.
No.
I ended up being a victim. I was just the main character in it.
Okay.
That movie would have been a hell of a lot better if we would have had a script. So we were ad-libbing everything. So there was the dialogue was so minimal. We was doing it. There was no real direction. There was a basic storyline. That's all we had to go off of.
Well, this one's more legit. Like I said, I was on set with them, and Phil came with me a couple times too.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
there's an actual script this time and everything. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, from some of the pictures I've seen, it's definitely done a lot better. Ron actually reached out to me about coming back and doing a cameo or something, and I told him, I'm like, I wouldn't want to be in front of the camera. I'm like, if you want to bring me in, I have a lot of ideas. I can help y'all make the movie better from behind the scenes. He said, yeah, and then never hit me the hell up. So, but I guess that's fair because I guess he's doing a podcast now too.
Oh.
He had hit me up a while back about getting on that as well. And I said, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. It's kind of the same way I did for you, but I never ended up hitting him up and he never hit me up. So I'm like, well, I guess it wasn't that damn important. Like, nothing against him as a person, but like a lot, like, at least in the last few years, I've noticed, like, I don't mean to talk smack, like, he hasn't really been doing much. It's kind of like just more ideas than actual action, unfortunately. So it's all like I wasn't that worried about it.
Well, I don't want to get into any personal information, but I know
he had some
shit going on. I know.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope I mean he does well in his life, and I'm gonna be over here doing my thing.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Ron's a cool dude. I met him a couple of times. Really cool guy.
He had to get away from some people in order to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get himself right. He was hanging around with us, at least in my opinion, hanging around some of the wrong people, drag you down. So
yeah, that's a sad thing too, man. You know, certain crowds can really like cause a mental, F up kind of thing.
Well, yeah, you are who you hang around.
Right, exactly.
I don't care if you're a CEO making $1 million a year. If you hang around a crack house long enough, eventually you're gonna be a crackhead. It's just the way it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I hang around with people who hunt ghosts. I'm surprised I haven't been possessed yet. So,
well, this kind of ties into a little bit of both paranormal and rap or whatever. You remember we did a show with Prozac?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who Prozac is,
I did a few with him.
Phil, do you know who Prozac is? He's me and Phil actually just went to the Tech Nine show a little bit ago.
Dude,
he used to be signed.
Good.
He used to be signed with Strange Music, and now he's a ghost hunter. His real name's Steve Shippey, and what is it? Haunting and something. I don't know. He has like his own ghost show now.
What was it? Was it for Saginaw or?
Yeah, there's that one, but then he has an actual like show that's. I don't know if it's on TV or like Patreon or one of them things or whatever, but I know he has his own show now. Like
I heard about it, but I've never seen it. I wouldn't mind checking it out, man, because I was always a big fan of him. I've talked to him on several occasions, like at shows and that. Really cool, down to earth guy, very smart individual.
So yeah, I know that one show. Like, I think I was like, I did a feature with you or something on the one show when you opened up for him, and like I remember, I think I bought like his first Haunted in Saginaw, or whatever the hell the first one he came out with. Like before he was doing that full time, he was still rapping full time, and like he autographed it and shit for me, so that was cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That Tech Nine show was incredible, man. So I'd never been to an actual like rap hip hop show like ever in my entire life, and that guy just killed it, dude. Oh, so good.
I've been to one concert, since 2011.
Oh wow,
It's been a long time.
When was the last time you performed?
2011.
Oh, that was last time.
Yeah. Before I went to Arizona, yeah.
Okay. You still do music at all?
No, not in the slightest. I lost like my love for making it. Like,
I hear you.
Like for me, my favorite part and the only part I really miss is performing. Like that's like a drug, man.
Yeah, for
Being
sure.
on stage, come off stage and have everyone like give you props. Like it's that feeling.
I've told Phil like the same, because we both work for Scare House, and I told him it's like the same type of thing when you're acting, and that same type of rush, because like you're just center stage,
Well, I do remember too, like the first time that when I was on stage, like I saw the crowd singing the hooks and that, and I'm like, they know the lyrics. Like, that's crazy.
I thought always the craziest shit was when, especially because, you know, we weren't really like hardcore, like metal type rap. We were just straight up rap. But you'd still, like, you go to these Juggalo shows and you'd have people like moshing at your shows. I always thought that was fucking cool.
Well, there was one show. I mean, like, I always had a few songs that I wanted people to mosh to, and I announced it that I wanted them to mosh. There was one show where they didn't start it right away. I stopped the show dead. I said, give me a second. I said, when I walked down onto the floor, restart the song, and I started for them, and they got back on stage. I said, you're gonna do it whether you want to or not. You're doing it, and you don't want to jump off stage. I will break you. I'm fat. Like, so, do what I ask, please. Thank you.
Oh man, yeah. There was a couple mosh pits that happened at Tech 9. Man, I'd never seen a mosh pit at a freaking rap show, dude. That was badass.
Well, like when it comes to people like Tech and like people that do like a little bit of a darker sound, even if it's not all darker. Mm-hmm. When you're mixing the rock and you're mixing like the harder sounds, it works. Same like there's bands that don't do dark like darker stuff that like all right, Cottonmouth Kings, they always have mosh pits and the Wall of Death and that they're a straight hip hop. Hip hop band. Oh, like the Wall of Death, man, that's freaky, dude. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen Cottonmouth Kings live before. I don't know if I've seen the Wall of Death or not though.
Oh,
like that, like if you don't want to be in that, you need to leave the room literally.
Yeah, that's
you're screwed. Like you're on your own.
See, I've been in one mosh pit, and it wasn't even like major. Like I think it was like ABK, like that he opened for Twisted or ICP or something, and I was in his mosh pit, and I didn't like that shit one bit. Like I was about to punch somebody.
He's an asshole. He's a major asshole.
Who was it again?
Anybody Killer. He's a Juggalo rapper too.
Old psychopathic artist, yeah. Mm. Well, no, I did a show. It was Drive By, Axe Murder Boys were there. Who else? There's a couple of psychopathic artists that I was open for. I went in and we were all doing sound check in that. ABK would not do the sound check until all the local artists left the building. Oh, really? I'm like, get the hell out of here! Like we don't know you. Like, come on, dude, you're a dick. Like it's stupid. Like you, like I get you're a national artist.
Yeah.
But you act like you're some big shit, bro. Like
I think national's kind of a stretch. I mean, I like ABK, but a lot of people don't know who the fuck he is.
He would, yeah.
That's like some prima donna shit.
In my opinion, he was Hatchet House material. He wasn't psychopathic material.
I mean, what was it? Hatchet Warrior. That album was sick, but everything else was like fell off kind of after
that. Yeah. Well, that's most of them artists.
So. Oh man, that's crazy.
And now they're all still fighting to keep their careers alive, but the problem is that genre died. Like it ain't nowhere near like it used to.
Did you hear ICP's new album?
I haven't listened to an ICP album in years.
That Yum Yum, it's called Yum Yum something. I forget. I don't know. I heard it actually was kind of decent, but I haven't really listened to it.
But like the problem is, it's the same shit over and over again. Like over. All right, just to give an example, even Eminem, even though I'm not a fan of his new style of rap, he upgraded with the times. Tech 9 slightly changed with the times. They did. Right. You can't be relevant if you don't upgrade with the times. I don't care what industry you're in. Yeah. So that's like me. If all I know how to do is certain fades, whenever certain stuff comes into play, if I don't learn how to do it, my business is gonna fall off.
Oh yeah.
Same thing.
And you have to be a new type of excitement every time. It's like because I listen to like metal a lot, and one of my favorite bands is Slipknot. Every time a new song comes out, it's just like holy crap. We want to look it up, and it's like, okay, this is different, but this is good different, Yeah. You gotta. I mean, it's good to like keep the same formula, but you have to keep it exciting. Fans want to see what else you're also capable of doing.
Well, talking about Juggalo rappers like changing, Twisted's actually they're more like rock now. They changed their style. I don't know if I really like it, but they changed their style.
No, I'm not a fan of it at all. But do you know why? They for the whole time they were psychopathic. They did the rap, which was cool. They had a little bit of rock. But when they got their own label, Monoxide Paul, he's more of a fan of rock sound. Mm-hmm. So like, you know what, we've been doing rap for years. Let's switch over to this for our label, which it's so different. Like even when they pulled artists from Psychopathic with them, when they all do songs together, I'm like, okay, like y'all was way better a long time ago. Like this new stuff is not. It's not something that I would ever like really bump all like that.
Yeah. Did you hear that song with Ice 9 Kills that they did?
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
Yeah, because I like Ice Nine Kills. Like that one album's like all horror that they have out.
Nice.
Like every
That's
track
badass.
like has something to do with like different like slashers and shit like that.
I can dig it. I didn't even know Twisted was still around. I haven't heard those guys in like 15 years.
Magic Ninja Entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I've liked them. They've always been pretty tight. You know,
In my opinion, they always had a one up on ICP as far as lyrical ability, lyrical talent.
Oh, yeah.
Like they were my favorite. And then even like people like Boondocks, when he came out, he had me hooked over ICP, over ABK, over most of them.
Oh yeah.
So he had a completely different sound. He had like the country mixed with the horror. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He came from a different angle with it, which was one of a kind. So.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, because I also love whenever like genres like fuse with other genres as well, like rap, rock, and everything. Like whenever I've heard bands that like rap, and all of a sudden you hear like, guitars and like double bass going on in the back. I'm like, where the hell did this shit come from? This sounds good.
Stuff like that is why I'm a fan of Jelly Roll. If you know who that is.
He's actually November 24th. He's going to be here, which is what.
That's the last show I went to. Was the one Rob performed at in 2018 whenever Jelly Roll came.
Yeah, he's going to be here on Wednesday at Stage AE.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because when we were down there for Tech 9, I saw the poster for it or whatever.
That's
I wouldn't mind seeing him live. I've never seen him live.
He's dope. Like he's dope. But it's funny though. Like whenever I went and seen him, like about 3 years ago, he still didn't realize how big he really is. He was so surprised to have a sellout show on a Sunday night when everyone got to be at work the next day.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, I heard he's real humble because, like, I know CD and like CD's ex-wife, like, CD don't drink no more, but they went to the bar and he was doing shots like with Mickey, like his ex-wife and shit, so that's kind of cool.
Yo, so I swear, dude, I seen both of them at that show I went to.
Okay, it's probably that same show because they're not together anymore.
Well, yeah, but that's when I found out about that. I didn't know that because she walked up to me and said hello, and she's like, "You remember me?" I'm like, "Sort of," and she said who she was. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, she got hot. Like, she dropped all that weight. She got fire. I'm like, damn. Like, but CD was in the house. I'm like, I'm not gonna hit on her in front of him. Like, I'll let that one go. Like,
so did you get to any haunted houses this year? No. Yeah, I actually used to go to mad haunted houses with me back in the day, Phil.
Dude, really?
I remember the one night
That's
we traveled all the way out to damn near Philly.
Yeah.
And came back the same night.
We went to Penhurst. Penhurst Asylum, Phil? That's where we went.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Well, here's the crazy part, dude. It was like 3:00 in the morning. We're on the Parkway, and we had dead still traffic. Like, what the hell? We had to use the bathroom. Like, come on. We sat there for 45 minutes.
I had to turn the car off. He fell asleep.
Yeah. There was an accident. Well, by the time we got to it, the car was on its hood. Singed. It was completely burned.
It was bad, yeah.
It was a bad wreck.
Christ, that's
but
awful.
I didn't hear anything on the news, so I'm assuming no one.
It was
died
like
in that
an accident or two before like Swissville or whatever. Like out that way.
Oh.
It was just before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel.
Yeah.
Coming into the city.
Oh god, that's terrible, man. Oh, that's just in 3:00 in the morning.
Welcome to Pittsburgh, though. People can't freaking drive here. They're horrible.
It's like almost every day now, dude. It's awful, man. There's always something going on. Like 28 North, I hate going up there because either some dude like decided to have some fun solo time and caused a wreck or whatever. Or
28's always construction too.
There was an accident out there, Highland Park Bridge a few months ago. The car was completely off the ground on the barriers for both bumpers. I'm like, how the hell did they manage that?
Wow.
Like, I'm like, the car's not touching the ground. I'm like, what the like.
Oh man,
whatever. I tell you, whatever.
The Fort Pitt tunnels and the Fort Pitt Bridge, I dread it because like every time I go over Sean's house, because he lives right in Heidelberg, and I'm coming from Shaler Township. I always have to go under that underpass, dude, and you have to be really, really fucking alert to do that. Oh my god!
Honestly, that tunnel is my favorite tunnel in the world in the city.
Oh really?
Because like when you come through it going to downtown, especially at night, that is, in my opinion, the best view of the city.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, man.
You get the stadiums, you get downtown, you get the fountain, you get all that in one shot.
Oh yeah, that's
Especially if it's like summertime and you got all the boats and shit out too, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, Mount Washington, the West End Overlook. I'm like, no, them two views can kiss my ass. Like, no, come through that tunnel at the right time of night, man.
Yep.
It's gorgeous.
I tell you what, like we have the most awful road system, but just living here, I love it because there's so much, dude. So much, man. It's like you said, especially at night too, dude. Holy crap.
I mean, I love Pittsburgh. I mean, like I left for 6 years and came back.
Yeah.
But I can't. These seasons, man, we don't have 4 seasons. We have like 6 or 8. Like it's
right.
They just
right.
switch around all the time too. Be summer one day and winter the next, and then back to
exactly.
summer.
I remember a couple years ago, I was actually delivering pizza to make some extra cash. I drove on a 2-mile stretch. Actually, it was on 2nd Avenue by downtown. It literally rained, snowed, it was windy, and then it was sunny. I'm like, I hit all 4 seasons in 2 miles.
Like, okay. I remember that day too. I remember that. Oh man, did you grow up in Pittsburgh, man?
Oh yeah, I was born and raised Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Nice. What part of Pittsburgh specifically?
I spent a lot of time in the West End, like Elliott,
cool.
Sheridan.
Nice.
I went to high school in Bellevue, where I'm at now.
Oh, very cool.
Lived in Coriopolis, across the river from where my shop is. So
nice.
All over the West Side.
That's awesome, man. Coriopolis is a nice area. I like it there.
Yeah, I liked it there. Yeah.
It's awesome, dude.
Well, it's crazy because like that's one of the few neighborhoods I've been to where like, all right, there's a train track in the like towards the bottom of the town.
Yeah.
And once you go over that, it's unfortunately a little more ghetto vibe. Like it's you know what I mean? Right. So it's literally I've driven over the wrong side of the tracks. Like literally, that's crazy. Like it isn't bad, but it's cheaper. You know, what I mean, there's a little bit more like car break-ins, like stupid little stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like literally, it's the other side of the tracks.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Because I think Coriopolis is where the actor Michael Keaton was actually born and raised in. Now that I think
really,
I
didn't know that. Okay.
Yep, it's really cool. I know a lot of weird shit about actors and all sorts of stuff. So I mean, like it's
he's a
like
stalker.
I know a lot of random facts too, and like I call it having a head full of useless knowledge.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That's all it is. It's good for conversation. That's about it. You're never going to be able to use it for nothing.
Nope. Like Jeff Goldblum, the guy who played the Fly or whatever, he was born in West Homestead, matter of fact, which is really cool. I was like, damn, okay. Sorry, I'll stop. I guess
you're good. There's actually, if you like, I'm not gonna go through examples because there's a lot to mention, but like there's actually a lot of big name actors that was born and raised here that people don't really realize.
Oh yeah, like Tom Savini. He's obviously the makeup artist of like the Dawn of the Dead movies.
I've met him a few times. I actually was in for the Faded. Did you go to that Faded Halloween party, X?
No, I wasn't.
Like years ago. Tom Savini was there.
I think that was right after I moved to Arizona.
Because what is it? Leah, I think, is his daughter. Leah was like friends with all them from Faded, and so we went to that party, and Tom Savini actually picked me to be in the costume contest.
No shit.
I didn't win, but it was pretty cool that he actually handpicked me to be in it.
That's really cool. My buddy Josh, that's actually his uncle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right. Because he posted a photo of like him and his 2 uncles, and one of them was Tom Savini. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Must be. Were
you guys ever at Terramania, the one that Tom Savini used to have, the haunted house?
Mm-hmm.
No, UX? No, because it was out of
honestly,
Aliquippa.
I never even heard of it actually.
It was at Aliquippa, and then it ended up being at Century 3 Mall. And back in the day, I think.
Oh, actually, I do remember that being at Century 3. Okay, yeah, I lied. I didn't know the name of it.
Yeah, I actually I still had the T-shirt too. I don't know if I still do, but it was like a white Terramania shirt, and Naughty used to like wear it to painting and shit.
That's cool, man.
Naughty is 18 now. Ain't that fucking crazy?
You have an 18-year-old daughter, Sean.
Like X knows both my kids, and they're fucking old as shit.
I still remember when you put on that first first track and y'all did that music.
She was 7 years old.
That was cut up as hell.
Well, actually, no, she was 6 when she dropped the verse. She was 6, yeah. But I think when we recorded the video, I think she was 7.
Well, yeah, because you did it like I think it was like 6 months later. I think is what you said between the making the song and then doing the video.
And then I don't know if you were at that show. Where was that at? The one over in Turtle Creek. It was like part pizza place, part venue. And Nadia was supposed to perform there, but she like backed out obviously. And didn't do it.
I didn't go to that one. The only small venue I've been at like that was Blue Violet Cafe in Rochester.
Well, it's funny because that's where we were, Phil. Blue Violet Cafe is where that part of the Carver House was filmed, like the new one.
Kidding.
Like we were just there. It's called Pickle Jar Antiques now, and the place is supposed to be haunted too. So we might actually go back and do an investigation there.
That place is beautiful,
if you do, please let me know. I would like to go on at least one with you guys. That'd be a blast.
Yes,
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm always working, and I work a lot, so I'm in bed by like 11 on average. But if something like that, I'd definitely be up all night. Like, let's go.
Yeah, we were just at Minesville on Friday. Penitentiary.
Yeah, that was fun.
Did you
Not a
know
lot happened though. Yeah,
there was a haunted house me and you went to back in the day, and it was kind of crap. But we did a tour of the morgue of the asylum. You remember that?
Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
Y'all did that, right? Y'all
we ghost hunted there too. Yeah, our first documentary was on Trans-Allegheny.
But when me and you went and did the tour, we were talking about me and you going back and doing that. But but you did without me.
I mean, if it was me and you just did, that place is like $1,500 to rent. So I don't know if me and you were pulling that off.
No, but like, I didn't. I know you were doing it. So I'd have been like, I'll pick up for that. Like, I mean, like now I'd probably be more up to be able to afford it because I actually have a career now. I'm not like a bum, broke musician.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I want to go back to. Well, yeah, we are going to go back to the West Virginia Penitentiary next month. That's right. For that.
Well, actually, not even. It's like not this Saturday, but the Saturday after we'll be back there.
Yeah,
so we have a vendor thing.
Yeah,
I still want to go. I don't know if you guys did or not, but I still want to go to that old prison out by Philly where you stayed overnight.
Eastern State. Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, dude, I've been wanting to do that for a while, dude.
I've never done a private there, but I've done their haunted house and I've done like their masquerade, which that was fucking awesome. Like, if you guys can only do one thing there, you got to do the masquerade. Like it was with I actually know Katie, right? My girlfriend back in the day. Mm-hmm. Me and her went, and the way it worked, like the place opened up, and like they had food and drinks, and then every half hour they'd open up a different part of the prison, and they would have like an area where you could play games. They had like a speakeasy. They had part of the haunted house open. Like it was so sick.
I just want to go and lock me in overnight. Let me explore this damn thing. Let's go. Same way. I wanted to go out to Cali and do Alcatraz.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's locked. You can't do it no more.
Unless you get your own show, then you can do it. That's
well,
the goal.
No. Like they, I guess it's so decayed now. It's now a hazard for you to be in there.
Mm.
I mean, think about it. That's been around for a very long time. I guarantee that place is falling apart.
Well, we've been not for like a paranormal tour or whatever. We've been to Mansfield Reformatory in Ohio. That place is really cool. We're gonna be back there in May actually for another convention. Yeah, but that place, like talking about prices, man, that place is like $3,000 to rent on a weekend.
Mm-hmm. It's brutal.
Like, so, and that's for like what, one night?
Yeah, one night.
Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense though, because that place is actually smaller than the West Virginia Penitentiary.
Well, that's what people don't understand too. Like people bitch about like, oh, we're going to do a public tour and I got to pay $40 or something. Like, dude, these fucking places are super expensive. $40 is nothing.
No.
What? How do they decide what to charge people for this?
I mean, it just depends on the place, I guess, and probably the popularity and pretty much probably what the people will pay. You know, like if somebody's going to pay $200 a person to go, then I mean, you know, I don't fucking blame them. Make your money.
Like I'm the type of person that like if there was like even like something as simple as like a house from like a very well known like horror movie. Yeah, $500 to come check it out. I might pay $500 to come check it out, depending on the movie. Like,
well, even like a cheap place, you're probably paying at least $400. Like Loveland Castle, where we went, I think was only $400.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
A lot of places, they're super expensive.
Loveland Castle,
but if you figure if you got like 6-8 people, you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
you got to save up a little bit for it. Like everyone save up for the next 6 months, and we can pull this off.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, we have 7 people in our group, and that definitely makes it easier paying for shit.
Yeah.
Because even like some of them claim like you have to have a minimum, even though I don't see them. If you were like, oh, here's $2,000, I'm sure they're gonna let you rent the fucking place, no matter if it's one person or 20. You know?
Especially if they haven't had no one interested in a while, they're gonna take the money.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, well, then what the hell's the point of even renting it out?
Right. There's a new place actually opening in Newcastle. I think it's Greenville Manor or something. Is that what it's called, Phil? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I think of this. I think it's something.
Yeah,
I heard something about that. I didn't
That's gonna be sick.
And we're going on Saturday we're going to Crescent State Prison. We're just
that's gonna be
doing
fun.
like a daytime 2-hour photo tour or some shit.
Right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
gonna be badass. That's gonna be so bad. I never knew anything about that until like Jen posted the link. I'm like, wait, what? You know, that's gonna be fucking awesome, man. I can't wait for that, dude.
So let's talk about how X backed out of my wedding and just left.
Uh-oh.
Hey, there was a situation. It wasn't my car. It was her car.
He was there at least.
Hey, I stayed for the ceremony. I was there for part of the reception. Did I even eat?
You can do no shot with me or not, and I know that.
Oh man.
Hell, man! Every time I come up to you, it's busy, man. Like I'm not trying to steal your time. But that was like the first time I've seen you since I've been home. Like I ain't seen you in years before that.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad I was able to get there. I actually still have pictures from that.
Okay.
And I actually just showed someone the other day. I'm like, you want to see a cool ass wedding? It's my boy's wedding. And I showed some pictures. I still talk about it. So give me some credit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll be coming up on 2 years in December.
Look at you, man. 2 years of not killing each other yet.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
The fact that you did the ceremony outside in December, I'm like, I hate you. I have Arizona.
It wasn't that bad though. Like for being December.
But I came home from. I came back to winter from 115-degree summers, 70-degree winters. I was freezing my ass off.
Yeah, I think it was like probably in the 40s or something, which ain't bad for December.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like now it wouldn't be as bad because I'm back to being used to it. But I had I just came home.
Oh man, it was in the wedding photos are beautiful. I love the whole like gothic
that was that's probably the best wedding I've ever and might actually ever go to. Like that was off the hook. You guys went above and beyond. That was awesome. And then you guys got the tattoos too to match. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's sick. Hell yeah.
Talking about tattoos, how many you got now, X?
A lot. I actually, if I were to count them, I don't know, probably at least 15 to 17, I would think.
You just got a new one done, didn't you?
About a month ago, yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
It's Tinkerbell all tatted up.
Nice.
It says don't grow up, it's a trap.
That's amazing. I love that. Oh man. God. I gotta get some, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Phil to get a Bump in the Night Society tattoo.
I got my hands done up.
Oh, I'm bare. I'm so bare.
You still got your psychotic on your
Oh yeah, I still got them.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, look at that, man.
Yeah.
That's
psychotic and then my lunatic.
Really cool.
Yeah.
That's hard to see. But yeah. It's funny. People like tell me I should like cover them up.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if you still had them.
For a short time, I was in school for healthcare for a bit, and at that time, I was considering covering them up because professional stuff like that. But then I realized like that was one of the funnest parts of my life, and like I gained lifelong friendships from that. I don't want to cover up the memories.
Yeah,
right.
So, I'm like, if you can't accept it, then don't accept me. I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah,
that's like I have that gorilla that's on my arm up here. I've had that since I was 18, and I thought about getting it covered, but it's the same type of thing.
Well, now I'm not going to show
because it has no meaning whatsoever, you know. Like,
well, like I have one tattoo on my body that has no meaning. It's just hilarious, at least to me. And usually people find it funny. It's on my foot, so
that's funny.
So let me explain this to you, Phil. I have a camel tattoo on my big toe. So I have a camel toe. Yeah.
I like that.
Honestly, the females love it, dude. Like when I'm single, I use that all day long as a card to play because it makes them laugh every time.
This one dude I know. You good?
Good.
No. This one dude I know has a rooster tattooed under his knee so he can say my cock hangs below my knee.
All right, so my business partner Justin. All right, so Phil, just so you know, my business partner, his name is Justin as well.
Oh, nice.
So they all call me JRX to differentiate. He made a comment about doing that when he seen my camel tattoo. Like my buddy Jim, me and him are roommates right now. He has a tattoo of a bee on his knee, the bee's knees.
I like that.
and he's actually a tattoo artist part time. He don't do it full time right now. But actually, I need to talk to him about getting me some more ink because I'm even though I just got this one, we're making a deal. because I'm his barber.
No, nice.
That's amazing.
I actually just cut him tonight. So I told him, I'm like, we need to make a deal. I'll tell you what, you give me 50% off all my future ink that I get from you, you'll never pay for a haircut or beard trim again. It's all, it's, you know what I mean? That's part of the payment for all my ink. I'll keep you cleaned up.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Gotta love the barter system in certain industries.
I'm due for a new tattoo, man.
I'm due for a tattoo.
There's one tattoo I want to get, and I'm terrified to get it. So I've been holding off because it's gonna be on my ribs, and I know that's gonna hurt like hell.
Yeah,
that's gonna be horrible. But also, I want to lose weight, so I'm thinking I should lose the weight first, so I don't screw it up after it's finished.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I only have my arms done, which I don't think I'd ever get anything like under my waist. I'd maybe get like my chest or back or something, but.
So like I have my chest done right now. It's my baby sister. It's her name, her first middle name. I have 2 back piece ideas that once we're both done, my back will be completely covered 100%, and it will look like one big piece.
That's gonna be badass. Damn.
Well, it's gonna be the top half of my back is gonna be a phoenix with black clouds behind it to make it pop, and then the bottom half of my back is gonna be a grayscale graveyard.
Nice.
So it symbolizes rebirth. I'm a new person. So it's like looking down over all my past decisions. So yeah,
that's really cool.
I don't know when that's gonna get started, but I'm getting that before I die. That's gonna be on my back.
Yes.
So,
I always wanted to get the 13 ghosts tattooed, like all 13 on my back, like the wheel, like in the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be
expensive
sick.
as shit, but
well, something like that. You would do like the wheel first,
yeah,
and then you work on a little bit at a time until they're all done. But like I also said, I wanted to get I'm a dork, I'm a nerd, whatever. I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Nice.
So
you get the little lightning bolt right here.
I would do that, yeah, right there, boom. or pull a little Wayne and get it right there in the middle. But no, the Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like the 3 shadow figures.
Okay.
But like for me, it'd be like my past, my future, and my past, my present, and my future.
That's awesome,
That's
man.
pretty cool. It's done right, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, my girl loves Harry Potter. She's a big Harry Potter fan. I'm like, hon, that's awesome. Now I have to get back into it.
So for the first time, it took me 32 years, but last November I finally got to Disney for the first time.
Oh.
And we didn't go to
I think I saw the pictures when you went.
Yeah. We didn't go to the park that had the Harry Potter stuff in it.
Universal or whatever.
Universal.
Yeah.
So I said, I want to go back to just Universal, but I want to do it with no kids, so I can fully enjoy myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, I ain't going with a group of people that I gotta follow them around. I can go, like me and like 1 or 2 people. We can go do our own thing. Let's go. But they actually built a full Harry Potter museum in London, England.
Ooh.
I want to go to that so bad. Like that's not the only reason I want to go there, but that's definitely a perk. Like they have like the full train. You can walk through the train. You can walk in Gringotts and all. I'm like, that's sick.
Yeah,
I would love to do that.
That's badass. Oh, that's cool. Oh,
Phil, you ever been to Disney?
Never have. No. Just my parents never. We weren't travelers. I don't know why, man. Just never. I don't know if it was because we just didn't have the money for it or. Yeah.
Once when I was like 8, and then 2019 we went or whatever too. Like me and Jen and the kids and her parents and that.
That's awesome.
So like I said, we went during like obviously COVID times, and I went with it was my ex, her mom and stepdad covered the entire trip for 8 people. It cost like $12,000.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
So it was like all expenses paid. I ended up spending like $500 on like food and like little stuff while I was there. But we were talking after the fact. Like, it was cool for what it was, but they were trying to figure out like it didn't feel like normal, like because they people always describe it as like this magical place. You go back to being a kid, no matter how old you are. The reason it didn't feel like that is because of COVID. None of the actors were down mixing with the crowd. They were all up away from everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
everyone had to wear a mask. You couldn't just walk into a restaurant, sit down and eat. You had to order it through like an app on your phone, and then they bring it out to you. Little stuff like that. It lost the magic for the time.
Yeah.
Right. That's
so talking about that. How does that affect the barber business when COVID was at its height?
That's
like were Yin's open?
So during the shutdown, no. Obviously everything was locked down. But all barbers, I don't care who you are, if they said it didn't, they're either lying or they're stupid. Because like I made a makeshift barbershop in my living room. I didn't have a choice.
Wow. Damn.
I didn't like when the shutdown happened, I didn't even get the PUA money. I didn't get that till August. So I went 3 months of making nothing. I had to make an income. I'm a smoker at the very least. I need to be able to buy cigarettes.
Right.
So like, especially when you're locked in the house, I gotta be able to smoke. Like,
right.
goddamn. Like, but yeah, but it's funny. Like me and my business partner, we were actually roommates at the time, so we did it together at the house, and we actually still have clients from that still come to us. So
Damn.
it kind of worked out. But yeah, it was bad for a while. Even when the barbershop reopened, there was like 2-week time frame where we got slammed and we made a killing, and then it kind of slowed up again, and then it took about 6 months and it finally evened out, and it's pretty much fine ever since.
That's great. Oh man.
So,
how many people do you cut on average per day?
Personally, or the shop?
I say the shop. Yeah.
The shop, on average, anywhere from 20 to 50 in a 10-hour time frame, and that's with us only being open. We actually just hit the 6-month mark of being open. So
how many barbers do you have?
There's 5 of us total. Ed Swickley, and then we have a new hire. He's actually still in barber school, but he's been cutting his hair for a long time. He's finally going legit. We're bringing him into the new shop short term. He wants to open his own, so I'm not expecting him to be there long. And then we actually have an interview with a barber on Wednesday to see about bringing him into the new shop as well.
That's amazing, man.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
We're
Congratulations.
good,
hey man.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. That's
like
awesome.
it's surreal. Like going from being a barber, working in a shop. All right, that's cool. I'm making money. I'm building a career. To I own a successful business in one of the richest neighborhoods in the city.
Right.
If not the state.
Dude, I know how you came up too, so that's real sick.
I came up hood as shit, yeah. I came up poor white trash. Like, it is what it is.
I'm glad you're doing good, man. Seriously.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Hell yeah,
man. I mean, look at you too, man. Compared to where we were whenever we met, compared to where we are now, it's great to see everyone coming up and doing well.
We just gotta make some money now. That's my issue.
So my issue is I'm making money. That's not the issue. I got to get back to not spending it once I make it. Like, so, well, because like that's some of the things that keep poor people poor. The more you make, the more you spend.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're going to spend money, you need to spend it on something that's going to make you more money instead of on stupid stuff that's just, all right, now I'm broke again.
Right, exactly. It's like the good old saying is like, don't spend more than you make or something like that. I think that's what it is.
Live below your means.
Right,
more
exactly.
than you can chew or whatever.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Well, stuff like that is why, like, they say, all right, the only people that play the lottery are poor people. And it's a tax on poor people because the odds of winning are so small. But even if you hit for $100 million, statistics show within 5 years, you are back to being broke again. Because having money is not the issue. No one teaches you how to utilize that money when you have it.
Right, exactly.
To keep it coming and to keep it grow. Like, one thing that I'm trying to work on is, even if I just take money out of what I make for a day, like, so say today I made whatever I made, take $50, take that $50, figure out how I could double that 50, and take that 100, double that 100, and just keep repeating process with that same money.
That's like, you ever seen that?
If you take something small like $100, and you keep multiplying it like that, within 30 years you have $1 million off that original $50. Think about that. Because you keep doubling it over and over again.
Have you ever seen that show where they like barter stuff? Like, the dude will start off with, like, I don't know, a $5 Hot Wheel car, and then he'll barter it to something else, and he'll make his way up to like an actual house at the end. Like, it's fucking sick.
There was a video of like an average person doing that. They legit started with a paper clip, and they ended with a brand new car.
Dude,
like, legit. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because all you're doing is supply and demand. You have something someone wants.
Yep.
All right. What can we do to make this happen?
Exactly.
Yeah, someone's junk is another person's treasure.
Yeah. And if you know how to talk to that person, then you'd be surprised what you can do. You know, I mean,
you got to have that hustler mentality for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well,
so you need this toilet paper.
It's simple salesmanship, and I don't care what anyone says. Every single person, no matter what you do or don't do, is a salesman. Because at the very least, you're selling yourself to your spouse to want to date you, to your job to want to hire you.
Oh yeah.
You're selling a product for someone for someone to buy. You're always selling. You have to be a salesman.
Well, you got to be. I think another big thing too is you got to be into it. If you're into something, you know, like you just put 100% into it, and I mean, you stand in your own way basically.
But think about the reason to your why. Why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. Like outside of barbering, I'm slowly working on it. I'm now technically a certified life coach.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So for that, I haven't really started it officially yet. I really need to get a YouTube channel going and start putting out content. But like that's a prime example. Everyone wants, all right, I have this knowledge. How can I sell it? Right. Yeah. But here's the thing. If you give some away for free, when someone does buy it, you could charge more for it now because they already seen the value in what's in your head.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's not all about making money off every little thing. Show that whatever it is you're trying to sell, show its value ahead of time for free. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Oh hell yeah!
Some of the most successful people in the world gave away content for free, and now they're billionaires. The world famous on whatever YouTube, whatever.
Yeah, it's all about spreading the word too. You know, it's like with bumping a nice society. You know, I mean, shit, we've come how far now, Sean? We're selling our stuff at conventions and everything.
I mean, I've talked about it. I know with you, Phil, and I think with Jen and everybody else, but like, I feel like back when I used to rap, like I never put 100% in, and you know, now like I'm trying to put 100% into this ghost shit because like I felt like I cheated myself in the past, you know?
Right. Oh yeah. It's just a passion, you know. Some passions kind of get pushed aside for other passions that you want to see if it can go someplace, you know.
But sometimes it's not a passion. Sometimes like for me, when it came to music, it wasn't the day-to-day labor of making music, promoting it, and putting it out there. It was the end result is what I wanted. Yeah. How much of the work are you willing to put into to get that result, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the difference. Like I wanted to be on stage in front of 100,000 people, but you have to work your way up there. It takes years to build that up. Oh, yeah. and you have to get better. You have to practice. You have to do this and that. And I was doing some of that, but I also didn't have the capital to really go above and beyond, or I didn't know how to make the connections with the right people to expand. But I mean, hell, I performed as far west as Minnesota at a weekend festival. So I was doing some stuff with it, but I didn't know how to capitalize on it at the time.
It's different too, because like you were by yourself. Like at least I had somebody, even though Crack's my fucking boy, but I didn't pull his weight with a lot of shit either, man. Well, there was a lot of times. That was
my thing. Like I wanted to do a group for a couple of reasons. One, so I don't have to pay for everything individually. Yeah. But also I don't have to come up with as much lyrical content because there's more people on the songs. And then, but my problem is I did take it seriously. And if I felt you wasn't, I'm not even going to put effort into you because this is not a joke to me. I'm really trying to make this happen. Yeah. Which was a big part of the problem. I couldn't find people that were as invested as I was trying to be.
Right. See, I think that's kind of how I feel about with the ghost shit now. That's why we've had a couple members that ain't in the group anymore because they weren't doing what the rest of us were doing. Like I'm not going to put in fucking 70%. You put in 5% or some bullshit, you know? Yeah.
You ain't taking credit for something I'm busting my ass to do. Hell no.
Exactly.
You can take the train.
Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is about that whole thing too, just to kind of add on to what Sean said, it's just like, even whenever we called them out, it wasn't, in a way to, we was like, look, you want to do this? Do it, but of course they decided one of them decided to get all like, wah. It's like, really, how old are you? Come on. It's not
that person's still causing issues with us too. Like the other day, he was still fucking running his mouth and
that's like how he is.
But you got to keep in mind when people do that, that all that does is explain it how they are. That shows
Right.
everyone how they are. It doesn't say nothing about you as a person they're talking smack about. So if you want to talk smack, go ahead. Everyone's
Right.
gonna see you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's some people, the minute they're like, pushed in a corner because they know that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they go into immediate defensive mode, and then they just keep on adding to it. It's just like, give it a fucking rest. It's just, I don't know. I think so many certain people like that, they kind of like put themselves at such a high standard. They don't think they do anything wrong. But the minute we, be like, look, you're not doing what we're asking you to do, then they go into, wait a second, what the hell are you trying to talk about? It's like, it's obvious, See,
I don't really want to like dwell on shit, but
yeah, exactly.
I really should do an episode about what the fuck happened. Cause like some people like take this person's side and don't know 1% of the fucking truth of what happened.
Oh yeah.
But here's a question though. And like, it doesn't me trying to be disrespectful or anything. How many people actually care?
Mm-hmm.
Only people involved for the most part. No, like, no offense. Like, what I mean? Like, I would listen, I would check it out, but I wasn't involved. So I was like, okay, like I know, but it doesn't change nothing unless you're involved in it.
Yeah.
I only focus on what I can control. If I can't control a situation, I avoid focusing on it.
Well, that's why like majority it had to do with me, like out of the group. Like I didn't get along with this person, but I haven't really said anything about it because I didn't want to give them. I don't want to give him no fucking, no publicity or no attention or whatever. Like what he's seeking. That's what he is. He's seeking attention. I didn't want to give it to him. So I just haven't said shit about it.
Well, that's like any type of relationship. If say I'm holding resentment against somebody for whatever something happened, even if it was recent, if they're not thinking about it, they in a way they win because they're living their life. Meanwhile, you're dreading things that they don't give two craps about anymore. They're past it.
Right.
So you kind of get past it.
That's not true with this person though, because he's talking about fucking suing me and all this other bullshit.
I'm not saying your situation. But wait, he's talking about what?
He talked about like suing me and all sorts of other nonsense.
Well, talk to my lawyer, bitch. What do you want me to say?
Oh, that's
all right. I got a fun topic for you guys.
Yes.
All right.
Ow.
I'm a big fan of coming up with ideas. Never know if I can pull them off or not, or if I even want to. But I'll get your guys' opinion on this. I was thinking about coming up with like a few little skit show. Do you guys remember Pimp My Ride?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know that was fake, right? None of that shit was really real. Like these cars were fucked up behind the scenes.
Yeah,
like, they did not run properly. They was for show, right?
Right.
I made a joke the one day at the shop, and I kind of want to do it if I could pull it off. The same concept, but for barbers. So
okay.
like an episode would come in, like, all right, I'm so and so, blah blah. My dude Tim, he's getting ready to have a wedding, and we're gonna do something special for him. We're gonna do some design work in his head, make it look all crazy. But the idea is do all that on camera, do like little snippets of as you're working on it, and then no one knows it. But after the episode ends, this dude's getting a head shape. All right, let's call this shit off. Like, you know what I mean? It's just for the show. It's just for the internet. I think it'd be fun. Even if I would do like a couple episodes, just to have a little fun, then cancel it. I think it'd be a blast if I could do it right.
That'd be kind of cool. I'm down. Oh yeah, man.
Just grow your hair out, Phil.
Start growing your hair out.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh Lord.
So when we have people on, we always try to throw something paranormal out there. You have any paranormal stories?
I got a few, man, but like it's funny. There's two of them. They almost sound fake. Even when I'm sitting back thinking about it, but they actually happened to me. It's crazy. But like, I'll start with a simple one if we want to go there. When I was about 12, I was at my cousin's house. I went in the kitchen, grabbed a drink, and out of my peripheral, I seen someone walk behind me.
Ooh.
And sometimes I'm like, I'm thinking, all right, someone came in the kitchen. I just didn't hear him. I wasn't paying attention, whatever. I walked back in the living room to see. Before I even finished pouring my drink, I stopped pouring my drink. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Jesus.
There were 3 people in the house, all in the living room. There's no pets. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm seeing crap, whatever. I went back in to finish pouring my drink, and it happened again.
Oh, I'm like, damn. What?
So thinking back on it, it was almost a year since my grandfather had passed away. And he always watched over me as like a father figure because he's the only one I ever had.
Mm.
I'm like, I wonder if it was him. Like, keep an eye out,
Right.
type thing.
Possibly. Yeah.
But it was like so random. I'm like, and I was a kid. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Wow.
Any history
That is
on the
nuts.
house at all?
None. Absolutely nothing. Not that I know of. I mean,
Older house, or you don't know?
it was in McKees Rock, so it was at least semi-older.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
But a more fun story. It actually happened in Avalon, another older house. Don't know if there was any history. I was over there hanging out with some friends, and they decided to start doing stupid stuff, playing with a Ouija board, playing with Bibles, whatever. I'm like, I'm cool on that. Y'all can do that. But they were doing it in a bedroom that one of their family members had passed away in years prior. And I heard a bunch of screaming, so I went in. And the one girl that was over there, she was laying on the bed and she was not making a sound, like laying completely still.
Ooh.
And like they were trying to wake her up. She was not waking up. It was crazy. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And they're like, we can't wake her up. Like, I'm like, okay. This girl's like about 120 pounds. She's super small.
Jesus.
And they couldn't lift her up.
Ooh.
Like, it was weird. Like, it sounds fake.
No,
if I wouldn't have been there to see this,
yeah,
I wouldn't have believed that. Like, you're full of shit.
Right,
but,
right.
Even I did. I'm like, what the hell? And then it lasted a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
She woke up. Everything was fine. That was it. It was over.
Well,
I have no idea what the hell happened.
Have either one of you ever tried the light as a feather, stiff as a board thing? You guys know what that is?
I know what that is. I've said, but I've never actually tried it.
Because we actually, a friend of mine, it was her birthday party. I think I was either in middle school or maybe early high school. We tried it at our house and it fucking worked. Like, I don't know if it has anything to do with being supernatural. Could just be like physics or something, maybe. I don't know. But like, we actually picked like somebody up just using our fingertips.
Well, so there's something, when I was out in Arizona, I was looking into this. I haven't done so this time and back, but I really want to. It's not supernatural, it's religious based, but right. I was starting to learn about like paganism and Wicca and stuff like that because it interests me. Like a lot of people believe, all right, this isn't the movie Charmed. Yeah, this isn't The Craft. I can't change my hair color for a second and shake my head, turn it back. It ain't that. It's more just spiritual and energy. You know what I mean? And I really like I find that stuff super interesting, and that's like the latest feather stuff as a board thing. That's something they really believe in. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Well, I mean, that's definitely like, I mean, Phil, you know, from like me doing like the channeling stuff, it seems like it's like opened me more. Like the more we do it, the more shit happens. Like I think the more you like dabble with it, you know, like I guess spirits trying to interact with you more because they know you're open to it, you know?
Right, exactly.
Well, that's part of the thing with like the non-believers. All right, I can see you not believing that, but at the same time,
I'm very skeptical in general. Phil knows that.
Oh yeah, and you have to be.
I am too, but I'm not opposed to the alternative at all. I am very much open to any possibility.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, you have to be a skeptic with anything too, because a lot of things are all based on personal, encounters and all.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more or less like I got to see it to believe it, you know?
Right, exactly. Like, I mean, I've met people who every little thing, kind of sets them off, and I don't feel anything. It just depends on who you are,
But even people that believe in some stuff, they don't believe in other stuff because it sounds too surreal, I guess.
Right.
You know what I mean? And unless you've experienced it yourself, which you're not open to experiences, so you're not going to.
Yeah.
It's to you. It's like, all right, that person's full of crap. It's like, no, maybe you just need to open your horizons to life, and in this case, death.
Right. Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if people know that you're into this type of stuff, especially at the conventions where actually some people actually know us, like people will come up and just start telling us like their stories and everything. Like.
It's like, wait, can I record this first? Like, let me put it on
my phone. That's even crazy. Like, mutual friend of ours, Phil, that works at Scarehouse, like she's came over and talked to us. I won't say what her name is, but
Yeah.
She knows that like we're into this type of stuff and like we'll believe
Right.
her, you know, like you don't just go up to a regular person and just start talking about this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know
But
what you're
my-
talking about too, Sean. Yeah.
But my thing is, like I said, I'm not a skeptic, but like I question everything. It's like, is this person telling a story because it really happened to them, or does it just sound really good and you know we're into this kind of thing?
Right.
It's hard to really. You have to be able to like read people.
Yeah, it's hard if you don't know the person personally. Like there's
Yeah.
some people that I'll talk to and like I know them personally and you can tell like what's real and what's bullshit. Because I mean, I know I've heard some stories that were like even stories where I've been like involved and somebody will say something and I'll be like, that ain't really what the fuck happened. Like I was there, you know, like
Well, like for me, like especially like if someone wants to try and call me out,
mm,
usually when I tell stories, it may take me a while, but I could probably get in contact with someone that can verify the story without me
Right.
going into the detail. I'll just give them some basics, but tell the story.
Oh yeah.
Like that. I like being able to do that because like if you're the only one who can speak on it, it's easy to even if part of it's true to exaggerate it to make it sound
Right.
better.
mhm.
Oh yeah. It's like whenever we go to some of the locations that we go to, like I don't feel half the stuff that other people feel, which is totally fine. You know, people are more skeptical to certain things, and you know, I don't have any psychic abilities or anything or empathic. I don't know, but it's still fun to do.
I mean, but you don't have to have like empathic abilities to do certain things. Like,
Oh no, not at all.
Like even just being a quality person
Mhm.
can literally send energy to somebody else and change
Yes.
them from the moment.
Exactly.
I think depending on the location too, or what has happened in that area, even like the most normal person that has no abilities can usually tell something ain't right. Like, I mean, like at Trans Allegheny, there's that the bedpost murder room where the dude got like fucking his head smashed in by a bedpost. Like that room, it just feels off. Like just going in there, like even if you don't know the history of that room, it doesn't feel right.
Well, like I'm the type of person like if I go to some place like that and I can't feel anything. If it's not like a tour where I'm actually able to spend hours in this building,
right.
I might take a moment like by myself, off of myself, and like maybe like meditate.
Yeah.
And get into a calm state to see if that changes anything.
Well, that's basically like what the channeling shit is. It's just meditation.
I meditate daily. So, like, I would use that to my advantage.
The full story of that, like, I didn't really tell you the full story with Trans Allegheny. Like, there was this dude, he was special needs, and it was in their psych ward. And two of the other inmates, or whatever you want to call them, patients, I guess, tried to hang him, and it didn't work. So what they ended up doing, they put the dude on the ground, put the bedpost over his head, and jumped on the bed and put the bedpost right through dude's head.
Oh,
yeah. Damn. So like something like that, I think that leaves a mark on the fucking property, you know.
That says like you're like oh shit. Honestly, he didn't feel that. I guarantee you, he didn't feel that. He felt it initially whenever they put it on him, but as soon as they jumped, he's gone.
Oh yeah,
but something like that's fucking brutal.
Oh yeah.
God, I'm just envisioning that. It's just awful. Oh, damn. That's like the worst. That's like one of the worst ways to go too. Like a freaking bedpost to your skull. Like seriously.
I mean, I almost got killed in not as gruesome of a fashion, but it was pretty bad. So when I was a teenager, I was very, very close to getting curb stomped.
Oh, you're kidding.
Like my mouth was on the curb. I was gone.
Oh Jesus.
Someone, these two guys I didn't even know came out of nowhere and literally saved my life. Like that was crazy. I got jumped and like it was bad.
How old?
Like, I was beaten bloody first, like because I'm not doing that without a fight.
Oh no.
But like at some point it's like, you know what, this fight's over. I'm done. Like,
yeah.
Like that was 15, I think.
That's wow. Good still, yeah.
Yeah.
So just like a random jump, like no rhyme or reason.
No, there was a reason.
Otherwise,
I was involved with like some bad people growing up, and so they did it was ordered, so to speak.
Right.
And now that part wasn't. I think it was just a heavy beatdown, but I think they were trying to go above and beyond.
Right.
So
that's a
something
shame.
like gang related or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
happy they
unfortunately,
did.
unfortunately, when I was a teenager, I was deep into that crap.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So on
happy
a
they
more
did too.
positive note, I saw that you guys were part of some parade or whatever. What was that all about?
It was just a Halloween event. On Devil's Night, so it was on Saturday.
Mm.
They just had a costume parade. All the kids could walk around town, and then after the parade, it was business trick or treating.
Okay.
And then the next night, it was trick or treating up in like the housing side of Swickley.
So did you get a lot of kids for that?
Tons of kids.
Nice.
We went all out too. Like we posted pictures on Facebook and that, but we were all wearing masks. 3 of us were wearing the same mask, but they were all like customized a little bit. Like mine was a skull mask with an anarchy symbol on the forehead.
Nice.
We had the fog machine in the barber shop. You couldn't see 5 feet in front of you. That fog was so thick, and we were still cutting in it.
That's cool.
Because we have ring lights behind our stations, so there was just enough light to have the fog machine on full blast and still see the hair in the mirror to be able to cut.
So that's awesome.
But like there was kids that were afraid to come inside. Like smoke was just pouring out of the front door. Like it was crazy.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool, man. That's sick.
Yeah, we've actually been involved in a lot of town events so far. They have a lot of events, so we try to be involved with as many as possible in our first year to figure out which ones we can utilize to promote, stuff like that, and then which ones we need to be closed for, and maybe just enjoy or go home. Like there was a November 3rd, they had what they call the Swickley Wine Walk.
I've heard about that. Actually.
Yeah, so we were a part of that.
Is that kind of like a bar crawl or something?
In a way. So all like X amount of businesses were involved in it. You just let the town know you're signing up for it. They pick a specific wine for you. Ooh. And then you have to go purchase like X amount of bottles. We had about 18 bottles of this wine.
Yeah, out of your own pocket.
Yeah. Ooh. But it's a tax write-off because it's a business expense. Okay. So it was fun. And I actually ended up buying an extra bottle for myself to try it ahead of time because I'm a fan of wine.
Wine's good.
So yeah, and like they provide you with these little cups, and you have to like fill them up a quarter of the way. People buy tickets for the event. They get a card that has every business on it that's involved. They go around to each business. They sign off on the card. They taste the wine. They move on. So it's a bunch of drunk people for 3.5 hours.
Need to let us know when that's going on next year. Me and Phil will come out.
Fuck yeah. Wine's good. Love wine.
It's like $35 per ticket per person.
That's not bad at all, man. You know how
what we did was we had closed down the shop for the night, set up a table, and then every time someone came in, we signed off on their card. We gave them a business card and then gave them the wine.
Nice. It's
sick. Funny though because they picked the perfect wine for us. It was called the Ball Buster. I actually have a bottle up here.
No,
like it's really good. It's
what kind of wine is it?
It's a red wine.
Okay.
Love red wine.
It's drier, but it has kind of like a sweet aftertaste, so it's not completely dry. Okay. But there's a thing called the Wine Advocate. It won 15 years in a row, first place.
Oh shit! Oh man, I love wine.
No, not at all. No? $18 a bottle.
Oh, for real?
That's it. Okay.
Beautiful price. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Said it's called the Advocate. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Well, no, the Wine Advocate is like the name of like the contest that it won.
Oh,
the name of the wine is called the Ball Buster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome, man.
Here, I'll let y'all talk for a minute. Let me grab a bottle. See y'all can see. My alcoholic ass.
Hey, wine's delicious, man. It's worth
it.
That's
bullcrap. I don't drink it often. I'm a stoner.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the label too. It's very luxurious for some reason, but it's nice.
Yeah.
But it's a taint on there.
I was reading that too.
Yeah, so yeah, really good. I recommend all day.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
And then actually December 3rd, like that weekend, Swickley also has light up night.
Okay.
Ooh. So they do like a full, like you're talking thousands of people are going to be in Swickley for this thing. we decided to close. Like it starts at 5. We're closing at 4, so we could really go out in town and really enjoy the let up night.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so
that is awesome, man. Shit.
So we try to keep these things around an hour. We're a little bit over an hour. You know, anything upcoming? Quick. Anything you want to plug? Any social media? Any shit like that?
Honestly, we have we have a few things coming up real quick. So we're gonna have the grand opening for the new shop.
Okay.
Mr. Dapper Barber Co. Westview location.
Now, is the Sewickley one still going to be called Sewickley, or is that name going to change?
For now.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is once we have 2 or 3 locations with the new name and the new brand, we're going to rebrand Sewickley to that. But we're still going to have certain things in the shop to pay homage to the original name and how we got started as a company.
That's
nice.
But yeah, so that there's the other event I can't tell you guys about yet. It irritates me. Actually, all right. So can we cut out this part when you edit then?
I mean, I could stop. Yeah, that's fine. I could stop it or whatever.
If you want to stop
after,
it,
after we stop or something, we'll talk about it.
You guys after that. Yeah. Because I know you guys ain't gonna like put it on blast yet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But so we have that, and as of right now, that's the biggest thing. Is a new shop opening, and we're only 6 months into the current shop. We've done that well. We're ready to expand.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that was incredible, man.
Thank you.
So any social media stuff you want to plug?
Yeah, so you could find the Sewickley Barbershop on Facebook. Simply name it Sewickley Barbershop. We have our Instagram at the Sewickley Barbershop. And then of course we have our Google where you could find all of our reviews. We have I think it's like 138 to 140 Google reviews. We're sitting at 5 stars still, so
that's badass.
Yeah. You guys are on TikTok too, I think, ain't you?
My business partner is.
Okay.
I use TikTok. I'll use it to create videos, and then just so I can post it to like Facebook, whatever. I don't use TikTok to its full advantage yet. Same with stuff like Snapchat. I need to start utilizing it more to my advantage.
Yeah, we're almost at 80,000 followers on TikTok.
Hell yeah, we're kicking ass, man. Loving it.
Hell, man, we need to utilize your fan base then for that. Come in and get a haircut, start making some videos, man.
Heck yeah.
One of our videos has over 1 million views on it too.
Which one is it?
Yeah, the one from Tennessee, the prison brushing mountain or whatever state pen.
That's awesome.
Well, hell, that's a great accomplishment. Congrats on that. Absolutely, thanks, that's amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, we hit 7,000 on Instagram like just today too, like followers on Instagram. So
we gotta trade merchandise, man. I gotta get you a Sewickley Barbershop shirt. I gotta get some of your merch too.
For sure, I'll rock something on a podcast or on a ghost hunt or something for sure.
Oh yeah, like your hat. I wear hats all day long, even though I'm a barber. Yeah, I know. Well, no, that's the thing too. We actually had a kid come in the one day, and there was 4 of us on staff, including our Cosmo, which she doesn't ever wear hats, but she has like no hair. She cuts her hair really, really short. And he asked, like, y'all are barbers. Why are you all wearing hats? We're the last ones to get a haircut. We're too busy cutting yours. Hey. I mean, I cut mine down. I used to have an undercut, man. I cut all my hair off.
Looks good.
Yeah.
So you just cut your own all the time, or?
Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing like a light fade, I will.
Okay.
But if I'm doing any kind of like detailed fade, I let someone else do it. It's just faster that way.
Yeah, I think it'd be.
I could probably do it, but it'll take me like an hour and a half. But they could do it in like 15 minutes. So
that's awesome. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit me with a dye job and line me up and everything else.
I mean, the
straight
dye job
What's up?
That would have to come later, but straight razor, but you know I have to line you up. I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, love it.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, Justin.
Thank you for having me. This was a blast.
Man of a thousand fucking names. Sewickley Barbershop.
Hell yeah,
1,000 names, soon to be 1,000 businesses. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Indeed, a pleasure meeting you, brother. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you on like social media. I do on Facebook, whatever too. We can link up.
For sure.
Definitely, man. Oh yeah.
All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks for coming on, man.
All right, you guys as well.
My man.
Did you hear a bump in the night?